Imagine going to bed tonight knowing you'll wake up with the kind of powerful, lasting erection you haven't had in years, all because you ate one simple food before sleeping. It sounds unbelievable, but this natural approach is transforming the lives of men over 60 who thought their best days were behind them. No pills, no painful injections, just an everyday food with science-backed nutrients that boost blood flow, improve testosterone levels, and help you reclaim confidence in the bedroom. If you're over 60 and tired of disappointing nights, this might change everything. Erectile dysfunction is more than just a bedroom problem. It's a confidence killer that weighs heavily on men as they age. Statistically, over 50% of men over 60 struggle with some degree of ED, making it far more common than many realize. Yet despite how widespread it is, most men feel deeply alone in it. It's frustrating, embarrassing, and can create a wedge between partners, leading to tension, disappointment, and unspoken resentment. Many men avoid talking about it at all, even with their closest friends or doctors, because they feel ashamed or fear being seen as less of a man. The reality is, some changes are simply part of getting older. Testosterone levels naturally decline, reducing libido and weakening erections. Blood vessels lose their elasticity and become stiffer, making it harder for blood to flow properly into the penis. Chronic conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, or heart disease, more common with age, further compound the problem. Medications for these conditions can also have side effects that dampen sexual performance, creating a cycle that feels impossible to break. Beyond physical factors, there's the mental weight of it all. Anxiety about performance can make the issue worse. The fear of failure becomes self-fulfilling, turning sex into a source of stress instead of connection. Some men even withdraw from intimacy altogether, worried they'll disappoint their partner. It's heartbreaking to see relationships suffer over something that's so often treatable. Yet for all these challenges, it's important to know that ED after 60 isn't something you have to simply accept as an unavoidable part of aging. Yes, your body changes, but there are real, practical ways to improve sexual function without resorting immediately to expensive pills or uncomfortable treatments. By understanding what's really going on in your body, you can take smarter, more natural steps to restore both performance and confidence. It begins with awareness, honesty about what you're facing, and a willingness to try simple lifestyle changes, including a focus on the right foods to support better blood flow, healthier hormones, and overall sexual vitality. Understanding the real problem is the first step towards solving it naturally. It's tempting to blame age alone, but the real culprits often lie deeper beneath the surface. Erectile dysfunction doesn't simply happen because you hit 60 or 65. It's the result of a combination of physical, hormonal, and even psychological factors that tend to pile up over time. One of the biggest causes is poor circulation. Erections rely on healthy blood flow, and as we age, our arteries can become stiffer or clogged with plaque. This reduced flexibility makes it harder for blood to rush into the penis and stay there long enough for firm, lasting erections. Another major factor is low testosterone. This vital hormone naturally declines with age, often starting in a man's 30s or 40s and dropping further as he gets older. Low testosterone doesn't just dampen sex drive. It also weakens the physiological mechanisms behind erections, making them softer, less frequent, or harder to maintain. Many men don't even realize their levels have dropped, chalking it up to just getting older instead of seeing it as a treatable imbalance. Medications are another hidden cause that's often overlooked. Common prescriptions like beta blockers for blood pressure or certain antidepressants can have the unfortunate side effect of lowering libido or interfering with sexual performance. These drugs are important for managing serious conditions, but their impact on sex life can be devastating if not addressed. Far too many men suffer in silence, thinking there's nothing they can do or feeling embarrassed to talk to their doctor about alternatives. Of course, not all causes are purely physical. Stress and anxiety play powerful roles in sexual health. Worries about performance, financial pressures, health concerns, or even strained relationships can lead to a constant low-level fight-or-flight response that literally redirects blood away from the penis. Anxiety about losing an erection can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, creating a cycle that feels impossible to break. While these causes can seem overwhelming, there's real hope. Many of these issues can be addressed naturally, without jumping straight to pills or invasive treatments. By improving circulation through diet and exercise, supporting healthy testosterone levels, managing stress, and being mindful of medication side effects, men over 60 can often see meaningful improvements in their sexual health. It's about understanding what's really going on, and then taking smart, sustainable steps to fix it. Doctors are quick to write a prescription, but is that the only way? For many men over 60, the standard medical approach to erectile dysfunction begins and ends with pills like Viagra or Cialis. These PDE5 inhibitors work by increasing blood flow to the penis, helping men achieve and maintain erections on demand. They're effective for many, but they don't address the root causes of the problem. Worse, they often come with side effects such as headaches, flushing, nasal congestion, dizziness, and even vision changes. For men with heart conditions or those taking nitrates, these drugs can be dangerous or even life-threatening. Then there's the cost. Brand name versions of these medications can be expensive, especially without insurance coverage. Even generic options add up over time, creating a monthly bill for something that doesn't truly fix the underlying health issues. It just treats the symptoms for a few hours at a time. This quick fix mindset can be frustrating, leaving many men feeling dependent on a pill for intimacy and worried about what happens if they can't get it or if it stops working. But there is another path, one that focuses on the body's natural ability to heal and improve when given the right support. Natural approaches target the same underlying problems that these medications only mask. A healthier diet rich in nutrients that support blood flow can make a big difference over time, improving vascular health from the inside out. Regular exercise helps maintain healthy circulation, supports testosterone production, and keeps body weight in check, an essential factor since obesity is a major risk for ED. Stress management is equally important. Chronic stress elevates cortisol levels, which can suppress testosterone and redirect blood away from sexual organs. Techniques like mindfulness, meditation, deep breathing, or even simply prioritizing hobbies and connection can help reduce this invisible but powerful barrier to healthy sexual function. And yes, one of the simplest, most accessible strategies is changing what you eat, especially before bed. There's a specific food, often overlooked, that contains natural compounds proven to boost nitric oxide production in the body, helping blood vessels relax and improving circulation in a way that supports firm, lasting erections. This food isn't a magic pill, but when used consistently, it can become part of a sustainable, natural strategy to restore the confidence and performance you deserve without relying solely on prescriptions. So what is this food that older men are raving about? It might surprise you to learn it's not some rare, exotic superfruit or expensive supplement, but a simple, humble vegetable you can find in nearly any grocery store: beetroot. This bright red root is packed with natural nitrates, compounds your body converts into nitric oxide, a powerful molecule that relaxes and widens blood vessels. This improved circulation is exactly what you need to achieve stronger, longer-lasting erections naturally, without pills or complicated treatments. Beetroot isn't alone in this category, either. Watermelon is another fantastic choice. It contains high levels of an amino acid called citrulline, which also boosts nitric oxide production in the body. Citrulline has been studied for its ability to improve blood flow and support firmer erections, making it a delicious, refreshing way to help your body perform better. Spinach, too, deserves mention. It's loaded with nitrates and folate, which not only promote nitric oxide production, but also support overall cardiovascular health, reducing the risk of issues that can undermine sexual performance as you age. What makes these foods so special is that they don't just treat symptoms in the moment. Unlike a pill that wears off after a few hours, adding these foods to your regular diet can strengthen your blood vessels over time, improve the flexibility of your arteries, and enhance overall cardiovascular health. This means you're not just hoping for a single night of better performance. You're actually rebuilding the foundation for lasting, sustainable improvements in sexual function. And it's remarkably easy to start. Add roasted beets to your dinner plate. Blend fresh spinach into a smoothie. Snack on cold slices of watermelon before bed. By making these simple choices part of your nightly routine, you give your body the raw materials it needs to perform its best, naturally and safely. The idea is not to rely on one magic bullet, but to create a small, meaningful habit that supports your health in multiple ways. Don't underestimate the power of what you eat before bed. It's a quiet, consistent investment in better circulation, healthier hormones, and more satisfying, confident intimacy. So tonight, make the choice. Eat this before bed, and take one simple, natural step toward unlocking the erections you thought were gone forever. Let's talk about why this works. Not just old wives' tales, but real science that explains why these foods can truly help men over 60 improve their erections naturally. It all comes down to nitric oxide, a crucial molecule in your body's cardiovascular system. Nitric oxide acts like a natural vasodilator, relaxing and widening blood vessels so blood can flow more freely. When it comes to achieving an erection, this is absolutely essential. Erections depend on healthy, unrestricted blood flow filling the spongy tissue of the penis. Research supports this connection. For example, studies have shown that dietary nitrates found in vegetables like beetroot can significantly increase nitric oxide levels in the body. One often cited clinical study found that consuming beetroot juice improved blood pressure and vascular function in older adults, a direct result of enhanced nitric oxide production. By lowering blood pressure and improving vessel elasticity, these changes support better blood flow everywhere, including to the penis. Similarly, watermelon is rich in the amino acid citrulline, which your body converts into arginine, a precursor to nitric oxide. Research on citrulline supplementation has demonstrated improvements in erection hardness in men with mild ED, making it a promising, natural aid that works through the same nitric oxide pathway. Spinach, another powerhouse food, is loaded with nitrates as well as folate, which supports cardiovascular health and helps reduce homocysteine levels, another factor that can damage blood vessels over time. But it doesn't stop at nitric oxide alone. These foods also deliver other nutrients that support sexual health. Magnesium helps relax blood vessels. Potassium helps regulate blood pressure, and antioxidants reduce inflammation that can damage arteries. Folate in leafy greens supports healthy cell function and repair. All of these nutrients work together to create an environment where your cardiovascular system can function at its best, supporting stronger, more reliable erections naturally. This isn't about chasing a miracle cure. It's about understanding and leveraging real, proven science to give your body what it needs. Instead of masking the problem with a temporary pharmaceutical fix, you're investing in better health at the source. By making these nutrient-rich foods a consistent part of your diet, especially before bed when your body can use them to repair and restore overnight, you can support better circulation, healthier hormone levels, and the kind of sexual confidence you thought was lost for good. Don't just take my word for it. Listen to men who tried this change and discovered it can truly make a difference. Take John, for example. He's 67, retired, and had started to dread going to bed at night because of the disappointment on his wife's face. After years of relying on expensive pills that gave him headaches and an upset stomach, he was ready to give up. Then he heard about adding beetroot and watermelon to his evening routine. He decided he had nothing to lose. Within just 2 weeks, he noticed his morning erections were stronger, and he felt a surge of confidence he hadn't felt in years. Then there's Mike, 64, who was on blood pressure medication and struggling with ED for years. He and his wife had grown distant, with intimacy becoming almost non-existent. They both missed the closeness but felt embarrassed to talk about it. When Mike learned that spinach and beetroot could help improve his blood flow naturally, he committed to making them part of their dinners. A month later, he and his wife were amazed at how things had changed. They weren't just having sex again. They were laughing, touching, and connecting in a way they hadn't in years. And there's Larry, 70, who had resigned himself to the idea that those days are over. He'd tried Viagra but hated the side effects and the loss of spontaneity. He felt like he had to schedule intimacy on a timer. When he learned about the science behind nitric oxide and dietary nitrates, he decided to give it a try. He started drinking beetroot juice before bed and adding watermelon as a late-night snack. Gradually, he found himself more responsive, with firmer erections that didn't depend on a prescription. It felt natural and easy, and most importantly, it gave him back a part of himself he thought was lost forever. Stories like these aren't rare. They're the proof that real change is possible with small, natural steps. It's not about magic or hype. It's about giving your body what it needs to work the way it used to. If these men can do it, men who felt embarrassed, discouraged, and ready to give up, so can you. All it takes is a bit of willingness to try something different and believe that better nights really are possible, no matter your age. Before you go all in, a word of warning. There's no shortage of shady miracle cures out there promising to give you the erection of your 20s overnight. You've probably seen the ads, mysterious herbal capsules with no ingredients listed, miracle teas that claim to fix everything instantly, or expensive secret formulas with slick marketing but no real science behind them. These scams prey on men who feel desperate, embarrassed, and willing to try anything. But the truth is, there is no magic bullet. Some of these so-called remedies don't do anything at all except drain your wallet. Others can be outright dangerous, packed with unregulated substances that might interact with your medications or harm your liver, kidneys, or heart. There's a reason doctors warn patients to be cautious with untested supplements sold online. They're often unproven, unregulated, and unreliable. Falling for these flashy promises can leave you not just disappointed, but at real risk. It's important to understand that lasting improvements in erectile function come from treating the underlying causes, not masking them with hype. That's why natural, sustainable methods are so effective. They're grounded in supporting your body's real needs, improving circulation, boosting nitric oxide production, supporting healthy hormone levels, and reducing stress. These changes aren't about a one-time fix. They're about creating better health over time so your body can function the way it's meant to. That's why adding foods like beetroot, watermelon, and spinach to your evening routine isn't just safe. It's smart. These aren't mystery powders from questionable sellers. They're whole foods with well-understood nutritional profiles and science to back them up. They work gradually but reliably, helping you reclaim better blood flow and healthier sexual function without side effects, prescriptions, or shady marketing. If you're serious about improving your erections after 60, focus on proven, natural strategies you can trust. Avoid quick-fix scams that sound too good to be true, because they usually are. Instead, invest in your health in a way that's simple, honest, and effective. Small daily choices add up to big changes over time. By choosing sustainable habits and foods that nourish your body, you're not just chasing a better sex life for tonight. You're building a foundation for better intimacy, better health, and better confidence for years to come. Here's how to make this a real part of your nightly routine. No complicated plans, no expensive supplements, just simple, consistent steps you can start tonight. First, choose your food: beetroot, watermelon, or spinach. You don't have to eat all of them every night, but variety helps keep things interesting and nutritionally balanced. For beetroot, roasting or steaming it is easy. A portion about the size of your fist, roughly half a cup cooked, provides plenty of natural nitrates to boost nitric oxide production while you sleep. If you prefer watermelon, it's even simpler. Cut a generous wedge, about 1 to 2 cups of diced fruit, and enjoy it as a refreshing evening snack. The citrulline in watermelon is concentrated in the white rind, so don't be afraid to nibble close to that pale layer for extra benefit. Spinach is also easy to work into dinner. A large handful, 1 to 2 cups raw, sautéed in olive oil with garlic, tossed into a salad, or blended into a smoothie works perfectly. The ideal time to eat these foods is about an hour before bed. This timing allows your body to start digesting and converting the natural nitrates and amino acids into nitric oxide while you're resting, supporting overnight repair and better circulation. Think of it as setting the stage for stronger, more responsive erections when you wake up or when intimacy strikes naturally. Of course, food isn't the only piece of the puzzle. Reducing or moderating alcohol intake is key. Alcohol may help you relax in the moment, but is notorious for weakening erections. A glass of wine with dinner is fine for most people, but skip the nightly binge. Exercise is another essential partner in this routine. Even a daily 20-minute walk can improve blood flow, support healthy weight, and boost testosterone levels naturally. And don't forget stress management. A bit of quiet reading before bed, mindfulness meditation, or simply deep breathing can lower cortisol levels and encourage better sleep, both of which support sexual health. The best part? This routine is easy to adopt and even enjoyable. It's not about restriction or punishment. It's about nourishing yourself in a way that rewards you with real, lasting benefits. By making these small changes part of your nightly ritual, you'll be taking steady, confident steps toward restoring your sexual health and the kind of intimacy that makes life rich at any age. You don't have to accept dwindling desire or embarrassing performance as inevitable. One simple food before bed could restore the vigor and confidence you thought were gone for good. Make this small change part of your nightly ritual and feel the difference in just weeks. Don't wait for prescriptions or empty promises. Start with what nature offers. Your partner deserves the best version of you, and you deserve to enjoy every moment. Commit tonight and unlock the power you still carry within you. The choice is yours.